One of the biggest animes that just recently came out, that I'm pretty sure all you guys have heard of, is Solo Leveling. I watched the anime, watched the English dub, had to. My boy Alex Lee absolutely killed the voice acting with Jinwoo, and now here we are in 2024 with a Solo Leveling game. So in this video, we're gonna be checking out Solo Leveling, seeing how it is, seeing how gameplay is, the gacha, all that type of stuff, and just giving you my overall thoughts on it. We're gonna see if this kind of has the Netmarble charm to it, I guess, or what some people may despise about Netmarble, or if it's actually something different. You know, maybe they changed their ways. Either way, let's see what this game's all about after this download. All right, finally done with the download. Now we can get into the actual game. Never mind. Jesus Christ. And this is the in-game gameplay right here. Well, actually, I guess it's because it's downloading. There's a lot of frame drops right now, and your boy is not playing on a trash PC, I'll let you know. I'm going to wait for the patch file to completely download before we proceed, just to see if that's maybe what the hiccups are right now in the frame rate. And if it's not fixed after the patch is downloaded, then I will actually change some of the settings and try to get something going. This is where I should have stopped, to be honest, because what was waiting for me after I downloaded everything was just nothing but pain and sadness. Let me explain. Gameplay wise, Netmarble is somewhat cooking. UI is very clean, animations are very smooth, and overall, it has pretty much everything you would expect from a action gacha game. You have a normal combo string that of course doesn't take anything, and it builds up to a finisher. You have two strong attacks that you can use as well, along with a dodge mechanic that gives you extreme dodge if you perfectly time it. You also get introduced later on to two new mechanics. The tag-in mechanic, which is when you call in other units to help you. The QTE mechanic, which is requiring you to fulfill a certain condition, usually by launching the enemy into the air or sweeping them off their feet, causing them to do a knockdown state. It's a lot. There's a lot of stuff here, and of course they have ultimates that look pretty solid. One thing I will tell you though, performance on the PC side is not there. At least in the tutorial area and the first few levels, it really is not doing it. To give you an idea of what we're playing on my system, your boy is playing on a 3070 with an AMD Ryzen 9 in his PC, so this PC is definitely not low tier by any means. And I was still getting hiccups here and there, and that's kind of crazy considering this is a mobile game and there's no way we should be having hiccups in it. I don't know, maybe I just had to change some settings, which I did, and it did kind of smooth out the more and more I played, but for the most part, it was very hiccupy here and there in combat, which was very frustrating since you want it to be as smooth as possible and you want to be able to perfectly time everything in this game, from dodging to making sure when you're attacking correctly and all that type of stuff. Oh, and this is like the end of like my positives for this game, by the way. I know I critiqued it a little bit on performance, which I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt on that. I feel like, you know, give them like a few patches and they'll be able to iron out any type of hiccups or anything this game has. But combat is definitely a highlight of this game. It's not as good as something like PGR. PGR still has like the undefeated action combat for a mobile game, but everything after this point is just... oh, it's just sadness. It really is. Since we're playing a gacha game, let's talk about the main thing here, which is the gacha system. The gacha system is something that's not that fun. So if you do a multi-summon on a banner, you're guaranteed at least one SR or higher, which is pretty standard when it comes to a lot of different games. So some games, you know, out there make it to where every single multi-summon, you get a guaranteed SSR no matter what. But for the most part, SR or higher is industry standard. But the rates are god-awful. The rate for an SSR character is about 1.2%, and it's weighted heavily that you get the featured unit if you're summoning on their specific banner, which is a 0.6% rate for that specific character, but very likely that you could get an off banner because there's like about what, like I think 6 or 7 other SSR characters in the banner as well, along with the featured unit. So it is weighted in your favor, but you could definitely get spooked. Not only that, you also have SSR weapons that are in the gacha as well, which these weapons can be exclusive weapons for, you know, the character that just came out, or weapons for Jinwoo. And in terms of how the pity system works, well, we boys, we are... oh Lord. If you're summoning on the base banner, the one that's just there, that's all the time, you have a 50-50 chance for you to get one of the things you have on your selected selection list, or you have a 50% chance of getting someone that's not on your selection list. If you're summoning on the limited time banners with a singular unit, you have a 50% chance to get that unit on the first SSR, but if you miss that 50%, the next SSR you get is guaranteed to be the rate up character. pretty much just like Honkai Star Rail, Genshin, all that. Oh, and another thing is too, which, you know, I just love when games do this. There's 2 separate currencies for the base banner and the event banner in terms of summon tickets. They give you summon tickets for the base banner, but they don't give you summon tickets for the limited time banners because, you know, they gotta make money. But it's kind of an understatement to say that the gacha system is the worst part about this game, because it's not. The monetization is. For one, as soon as you like do your little summons or whatever, you get introduced to this little icon on the top right, and it's like, hey, check this out. And you click it, and it's like, oh, check out these 2 monthly bundle subscriptions that you should buy instantly because it boosts your progress so much. The one on the left, the daily growth one, gives you custom draw tickets, which is the base banner, by the way. You also get free special suites, which I'm assuming is just like skip tickets. You get bonuses to XP and money, which, let's be honest here, this is probably what the base rate of XP and money should be in the game, but they've tied it behind a paywall. And you get more multiplayer, which I'm assuming that's where you just do like 4 runs in 1, which is also kind of crazy. Just a bunch of quality of life tied behind a paywall. Next thing is daily essence support, which is just, you know, your standard log in every day, you get currency, you get some other stuff, and that's it. However, you also have a chance to obtain an SSR Jinwoo weapon. I think every single day. Yeah, you're granted this daily. So every single day you have a chance to get an SSR weapon for Jinwoo, which seems kind of ridiculous. If that wasn't enough for the subscription-based thing, we also have a battle pass that has 3 different levels. You have the common, which is the free-to-play one. You have the premium, which is the paid one. And then you have the deluxe one, which is the mega whale one. And ladies and gentlemen, that deluxe one cost a whopping $18.99. Are we serious? Why is this becoming the norm? One Punch Man World was doing this type of craziness. Why are we now doing it with solo leveling? Like, are we serious? Like, ladies and gentlemen, if you were somebody who was wanting to play this game and you wanted to make sure that you at least bought the monthly bundles, if you were a light spender, you will be spending a total of $33.97 before tax. That is ridiculous. On a monthly basis, that is wild. You're paying more to play this game monthly than you would if you went and paid for a monthly subscription to Final Fantasy XIV, which is a massive multiplayer MMO that's fully shipped. You just buy the complete edition of the game, you buy the monthly subscription, and then that's it. You're playing the game, you just gotta pay $15 a month. Like, are we serious right now? The good thing is, right? The good thing is that there's a reroll gacha, okay? There's a reroll gacha, and it's popped up on your screen right there. It's a special summons. You're like, oh, okay, cool. So you click on it, and this is a 15 times reroll gacha. You do it. I did it a few times. I got some SSR characters, and it kind of works similar to just any other like reroll gacha in any other game where you summon 15 times and you can select what summon you want to keep. So I'm like, oh, this is cool. At least everybody has this. You go to select it, and it pops up another paywall. $21.99 a month for you to get that, or you get another subscription, which is $9.99 a month, which if you factor this in, you're now paying $43.96 a month to play this game. This has got to be one of the worst monetization systems I have seen in any gacha game ever. It's wild to me how these companies are just getting more and more greedy, and the gacha games, just being how gachas inherently aren't enough for these people anymore. That is ridiculous. If you play this game, I really feel sorry for you, I'm gonna be honest, because the company is really just looking at you as a money dispenser and not as a consumer or anything. They don't care whatsoever. They're just trying to make as much money as they can out of you, and for you to keep playing this game for like the next 2 or 3 years so they eventually close down the servers. It is completely wild. Your boy is not gonna be playing this game at all. This is a game that I was somewhat looking forward to, but now it is completely off my radar because of all of this monetization. If they clean this up, if they make it to where monetization isn't as heavy in this game, your boy may try it again, but for right now, this is too much. Way too much. And I would highly recommend all of you stay away from solo leveling or Rise. Especially keep your wallets away from it.